Not this again. You thought the Hail Mary was bad? This was just the icing on the cake. Generally, I don't think I've seen a worse game. I've seen a lot of bad Bears games in my life. This was horrible. Horrible. I I don't even know what to say. Generally, I'm trying to process this, if anything. Like, the Hail Mary was bad in a certain extent because we had a chance to win that game. But this game, we just fell flat no matter where we turned. So the Chicago Bears currently right now are 4-4. And remember, before the bye week, we were 4-2. A lot of hope. And that just all out the window. There's a lot wrong in this game. Coaching staff, Caleb, the defense, the front office, you name it, it was a problem. And I guess the bright spots in this game were Roma Dunze had 100 plus yards. Great. Torrey Taylor had a solid game. And Cairo did pretty well too. And there's even a chance that Caleb Williams is hurt because he got rocked this game. And let's start with Caleb Williams, with that being on the subject. Not a good game. He completed 22 passes for 41 attempts, had 217 yards to show for it, and 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for the second straight game. Listen, I'm not saying this is all on him, but majority should be. And the staff. Waldron, what are you doing? I'll get to you. Caleb was just inaccurate, was missing people left and right. Granted, he was under a lot of pressure, but then again, there are some plays and some passes you have to make. The deep ball has been a concern for the past now 8 weeks. This is week 9, and it's still a concern in a sense. A lot of plays, a lot of drives would have stalled out because we kept throwing it on every single play instead of handing it off to our running back. And that's been an issue. Asking Caleb to throw it for 40 plus times when he's already not in a rhythm, what are we doing? Which leads me to my next point, is the offensive coordinator and the coaching. Listen, we paid Cole Kmet, I think the contract was like $50 million for like 4 years. Pretty solid contract. At the time, people thought it was expensive. But looking back, he's a really solid receiving threat. Tell me why, Shane Waldron, you only targeted him or set a play for him once. Why was he only targeted one time? It's just unacceptable at this point. Because you have such a great you have such a great tight end, and he's just not been non-existent for the past 2 games. And then on top of that, you have a bunch of wide receivers like Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, DJ Moore. Like, Roma Dunze had a pretty solid game, but DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, well, Keenan Allen dropped a couple balls, and fine, it was his fault. Agreed. But I just feel like the utilization doesn't seem right. I just didn't see the cohesiveness as I really wanted to with this wide receiver core. We have such a talented wide receiver core. And listen, DeAndre Swift and the running back room has been underutilized, I feel. I feel like the play designs and everything are just not working. They're so predictable. And it's been a problem last year with Luke Getsy. I don't see any improvement. I thought we literally got that all straightened out at the Jacksonville game. Granted, Jacksonville sucked, but clearly it did not. There's so many things wrong with this game. Waldron cannot call a play. Matt Eberflus can't have good clock management. Can't even Montez Sweat was out, and because of that, our defense faltered. I thought, and listen, granted, Jacon Whisker was out and Kyler Gordon was out, but that doesn't give you an excuse for this excuse of a defense. We let up 29 points. We broke our under 21 point streak today away. Matt Eberflus is now currently 3-18 as a head coach in away games. Do you know how crazy that is? And guess what? He kept his job. The mistake was made not when Caleb was drafted, but when we retained Eberflus. The thing is, Eberflus signs off on it on these play calls. If it were an offensive minded head coach like a Ben Johnson who was interested in Chicago, I still can't believe that Ben Johnson was interested and we chose Eberflus over him. I can't with this team, man. This team is just. Kyler didn't even play that good either. He had the run game. They literally were like, okay, like Eric Cardinals were literally like run it down their throats, and it worked because our run defense couldn't stop a fly if it really wanted to. This is a pitiful performance for the defense. Super pitiful performance from the offense. And listen, we have the conversation. It's only 8 games. We can't have the conversation now about Caleb being a bust. That's not true. That's not the way to go. He's playing really bad. Is he living up to his rookie standards? Really, as a number 1 overall pick? No, absolutely not. But he's done some good things in the past, even if it were against bad teams. It all trickles down from the top, and that is the front office and the coaching staff. What are you guys doing all week? Like, genuinely, I'm concerned. How do you guys prepare for these games? Because it doesn't seem like you are. I'm tired. I thought this season was going to be a change. We started the season 4-2, and now we're 4-4. And then we have the Patriots next week. I'm going to be at that game, and then I'm going to be at the Packers game too, the following week. I'm worried for the gauntlet that we're going to have. The Lions look good. The Packers look good. The Vikings look good. When are we going to get the staffing right? When are we going to get aligned with the coach, with the quarterback right? Because right now we're 4-4. We're the worst in the division. We're 4th place. Probably going to end 4th place too if things don't change. Personally, I would fire Eberflus right now if I had the choice. I think the locker room is lost. I think, they're bought out. I'm completely out on Eberflus. I had a chance this season where I was like, okay, maybe he might work. That was a big mistake to bring him back. Ryan Poles, I did not. That move is a failure. Oh my god, I'm so angry at the same time, and it's like I'm so frustrated. This team. But yeah, it's gonna be a little short of a video because there's really not much else I can talk about. I mean, I hope Eberflus gets canned at some point this season, but I don't think it's not in the Bears' way to do so, and it's just gonna be the same old Bears. And Caleb is gonna probably get ruined. He looked hurt. He got hobbled up from the amount of sacks he took. The offensive line was atrocious. Like, what are we doing? We never invested that much in the offensive line. The way Ryan Poles picked the offensive line, no quarterback survives with that. Anyways, again, appreciate everyone that came to the stream. I really, really do appreciate it. It, means the world that people take the time out of their, Bears watching experience or NFL experience to come and see my stream and see us talk about football, thank you. I really appreciate it. There's more to come now down the line. But yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, podcast episodes every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And, more videos to come soon. I'll see you guys later.